This is the Harvest Hootenanny, our first ever Harvest Hootenanny for the McFarland Community Garden. We're using it as a celebration for our first successful season, as well as a fundraiser for our adaptive garden additions, which we hope to put in the summer of 2014. The adaptive garden additions will be raised beds, hard surface walkways, adaptive tools, benches, things like that for folks who have some physical limitations, who currently are not really able to garden in our space. So whether they're in a wheelchair or cannot stand for long periods of time, this will be an opportunity for them to have a plot too. So we're raising money for that today. We're having all sorts of fun events going on. We have musicians. So starting at noon today, we have the Honeydew Pickers, followed by the Prairie Bayou Cajun Band, and Ellen, who's next? Lisa Johnson and Ben Doran is a folk duo. And then to round out our day is the Soggy Prairie Boys. So that'll be a lot of fun, a lot of bluegrass and folk music. What else do we have going on? We have the UCC of McFarland is selling caramel apple sundaes, similar to their Sundays on Thursdays, ice cream sundaes that they're very used to serving up in the summertime, but they're using apples donated from Door Creek Orchard, and people are going to be able to make caramel apple sundaes. We also have popcorn and sodas and so forth, and the McFarland House Cafe is generously donating cider and coffee for our event. And we have pumpkins that we grew here in our garden. We had a very large pumpkin patch where we grew organic pumpkins, and we're selling those today. And then we have a lot of kids activities. The library is going to be here doing seed saving activities. The 4-H is here. They're making corn husk dolls with children. We have a bike blender where we're going to be making green salsa with tomatillos from our garden. We have a worm composting bin, so kids will be able to dig for worms. And hopefully, if the weather holds up, we'll actually get some kids in the garden to plant our fall garlic. So they'll be able to see that come up in the spring. So all sorts of fun things. Oh, and hay rides should be starting at 1 o'clock today. So we'll have hay rides for our Hootenanny. Every Hootenanny needs a hay ride. So. For more information, we actually have a website. It's www.mcfarlandcommunitygarden.com. And if you're interested in having a plot in our garden, we're putting it to sleep right now for the season, but we will be adding more plots next year. Not only our adaptive plots, but more regular plots too. And so starting January 1st, we're going to open up registration for people to turn in applications for plots. And so you'll find all that information at our website, McFarlandCommunityGarden.com, or we also have a Facebook page too. You can just look up McFarland Community Garden, and we update that regularly too. So we hope to have a lot more gardeners next year.